Hi there, today we're going to get crafty with pressed flowers. The first craft we are going to make is a pressed flower bookmark. For this craft, you'll need some cardstock, dried and pressed flowers, and Mod Podge. This craft is super easy and great for kids to try. Cut the cardstock down to bookmark size, basically any size you feel suitable for a bookmark. Place the flowers onto the bookmark. You may want to use a little bit of Mod Podge to tack the flowers down to the cardstock. Once you have your flowers arranged how you want, gently brush Mod Podge over the entire surface of the flowers and cardstock. Then set the bookmark aside to dry. Once dried, you can leave the bookmark as is or adorn it with a bit of thread or ribbon. For the second craft, we are going to make a framed pressed flower arrangement. The supplies you will need are a picture frame, cardstock, pressed flowers, and some Mod Podge or glue. Begin by cutting the cardstock down to size to fit the frame. Then arrange the flowers on the cardstock to make a letter or a word. I would recommend using a bit of glue or Mod Podge to tack the flowers down to the cardstock. I didn't do this on my first attempt, and the flowers slid on the cardstock when I tried to place them in the frame. Whoops! Use tweezers to help you place the flowers if your fingers are as clumsy as mine. Let the glue dry for a few minutes, then place the arrangement in the frame and admire your work. This would make a great Mother's Day gift from the kiddos too. The third craft we're going to make are dried flower resin pendants for necklaces or keychains. For this craft, you will need some resin, silicone molds, dried flowers, and a lighter if you don't want bubbles. To begin, place the pressed flowers in the molds. Again, tweezers are extremely useful for this step. Mix up your resin. I think this would work best with a faster setting resin. I used a deep pour resin, but only because that's what I had. It just took a little bit longer to cure. You really don't need much resin for this either. I mixed up about 60 ounces. I was able to fill the entire mold. Carefully pour the resin over the dried flowers in the mold. For around an hour afterwards, I did have to push some of the flowers back into the resin a few times and pop any bubbles that formed when I did so. Then wait a couple of days or until the resin has fully cured, which will depend on what kind of resin you have. Then remove the pendants from the mold and admire your work. You may notice that some of the pieces have raised or sharp edges. You can wet sand these down to remove these areas. Then attach a chain and you have a wonderful gift for a friend. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this crafting adventure with pressed flowers. Remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss my next project. My name is Pam and this has been Total Pamerky, the craft channel with a little anarchy. Until next time, tweezers.